What's up, cubers? Welcome to the simplest tutorial on the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Now, in order to make this a very quick and very efficient crash course, we're going to begin immediately by shuffling up this cube and getting right into it. Now, solving the 2x2 is a lot easier if you've had experience previously with solving things like the 3x3 or the 4x4 or any other puzzle cube, really, because essentially the 2x2 is the same thing as any other bigger cube, except without any of the middle edge pieces or anything. And so, in fact, if you already know how to solve the 3x3, the 2x2 is exceptionally easy. But in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you some extra moves that'll make the 2x2 even easier than the 3x3 if you don't feel like applying the 3x3 algorithms to this cube. But this tutorial should also suffice for those of you guys who've never done any sort of puzzle like this, because the 2x2 is an excellent starting point to get into these sort of puzzles. So before we begin, I want to talk about the basics of the cube. The way the cube works is it's consistent entirely of corner pieces. Unlike the 3x3, which has double colored edge pieces, triple colored corner pieces, and single colored center pieces, the 2x2 consists entirely of 3 colored corner pieces. And so these are the corner pieces that we're going to be assembling. If you are a veteran cube solver, you will know that you will no longer need to focus on any cross, second layer, or any of those algorithms. Everything is completely corner based. The second thing you'll need to know is that there are 6 different colors, and it's important to know the configuration of your cube before you get started. On my cube, green is always opposite blue, white is always opposite yellow, and red is always opposite green. It is important to know the configuration of your cube really before you get into this, because that'll make your life a lot easier, okay? Then you want to select the color on which you're going to begin. I will begin on the white side, and I recommend that you begin on the white side as well if you're following along. However, if you have another preference, feel free to begin on that side as well. This tutorial will not prevent you from doing that. So, once we've picked a color, we want to pick the first corner on which to begin. Since I'm starting on white, I guess I'll begin with this corner. Completely arbitrary, doesn't really matter what choice you make. From now on, we will consider this as the white side. When we're done, this is going to be white, this is all going to be red, this is all going to be green, this is going to be the opposite of green, meaning blue, and since this is red, this is going to be the opposite of red, which is orange, okay? So in the end, we're going to have a white, green, red, blue, orange wedge piece right here, which we will call the first layer. Okay, now to place corners into this top layer, we need to find corners down in our bottom layer and lift them up into this top layer using a variety of very simple steps. We begin with finding a corner that is in the optimal position. What the optimal position is if you keep spinning the bottom layer, you may find a corner in which the white piece is looking straight at you, just like this corner piece here. Now, if you have an optimal position corner piece, the method of placing it into its correct position is very, very simple. First, you take note of what the other 2 colors are. This is green and orange. Since this is green and red, clearly the green and orange is going to be placed right here into this exact slot. So what we need to do is if we have a corner in the optimal position, we need to place it right above the slot into which we would like to place it, and then insert it using the following steps. So since it's on the right side and we want to insert it here without misplacing this corner, we will move it away, bring down the wedge in which we want to place it, stick it in, and lift it up. And that inserts the corner from the optimal position. And in this fashion, we will insert every single other corner. However, we may have corners like this, which are not in the optimal position and are in the top layer. To bring them down into the optimal position, you want to make sure you take this slice of cube in which it's located, bring it down like this so it's in the optimal position, move it to the side, and lift this back up, okay? And that way you can have a corner in the optimal position here. If it so happens that your corner is down here, with its white piece facing down, so that it's in the bottom layer but not in the optimal position, you want to find a corner up here that has not yet been placed. So either this one or this one, and we'll call this a hole, okay? We place this white piece underneath one of these holes, so either here or here, and then to take it out of the bottom, we will simply turn this either this way or this way, and then what that will do is that will move this white piece over into the optimal position. So we can make 2 turns, and now it's in the optimal position. So those are the 2 ways of getting something out of a non-optimal position into the optimal position. Now that we've got this in the optimal position, we know that this red-blue piece goes right here in between the red and the blue wedges. So it's on the left side, we move it away, bring it down, place it in, and lift it up. And then we take this corner piece, which is here in the optimal position, place it right in front of where it's supposed to go. It's on the left, so we move it away to the right, bring this down, place it in, and lift it up. If this makes intuitive sense to you, then we can move on to the second layer. To move on to the second layer, we will flip the cube over. And down here, what you'll notice is some configuration of yellows. Here you will have to learn 2 algorithms which are the exact same as each other, except they're on opposite sides, okay? The first algorithm is called the right soon. The way the right soon works is you lift up the right, turn the top once, bring down the right, turn the top once, lift up the right, turn the top twice, reconnecting this white, and bring it down. Let me show you that one more time. We're just doing this for practice. We're not actually trying to achieve anything right now. I'm just showing you what this algorithm looks like. Again, lift up the right, move it once, bring down the right, move it once, lift up the right, move it twice, and bring it down. Okay, that is the algorithm. The left soon is the same thing, but on the left side. Here we lift up the left, spin it once, bring down the left, spin it once, lift up the left, spin it twice, and bring it down, okay? That is the right soon and the left soon. There are multiple different configurations in which your second layer might end up in when you first flip over your cube, but either the right or the left algorithm will suffice to solve the cube. Now, there are multiple different configurations which you may encounter when you first flip over your cube, but the one you're looking for is this one, where you have a single yellow piece, or whatever is opposite the color that you began with, in my case yellow, a single yellow piece looking at you. This is called, again, the optimal position of the second layer, okay? In this situation, you will need to perform one of the two algorithms I just showed you once, and only once, okay? And the way you hold the cube is you want this yellow piece either on the bottom left or on the bottom right, okay? And the way you decide between the bottom left and the bottom right is depending on where this yellow piece is. So if it's on the bottom left and the yellow piece is here, you hold it like this. If it's on the bottom right and the yellow piece is here, you hold it like this. There will never be a situation in which this is here and the two yellow pieces are both here and here. It'll always be one or the other. So in this case, it is like this. My yellow piece is on the bottom left and there's another yellow eye looking straight at me like this. Now, in this situation, we simply perform the right algorithm. Since this eye is on the right, we perform the right algorithm. If it just so happened that this eye was on the left, we would perform the left-hand algorithm, okay? Now, once we perform this algorithm, what that's going to do for us is, let me show you. We lift at the right, turn it once, bring it on the right, turn it once, lift at the right, turn it twice, and bring it down. What that's going to do for us is if we've completed it correctly, our entire top face is going to be yellow. Although all of these colors are going to be messed up, the entire face is going to be yellow. Now, there are multiple different situations in which this may occur, and I'm going to very, very briefly go over all of them right now. Here is the first situation where none of these are yellow at all. You have one single yellow line, either on the left or on the right, and you want to hold the cube so that this line is on the left. It doesn't really matter whether this is a line or whether this is split up into two little yellow sort of chameleon eyes. You just hold this line on the left side and then perform the right soon. So lift up the right, turn the top once, bring it down, turn the top, lift it up, spin it twice, and bring it down. And that'll bring you to this optimal position like I've showed you before. Another situation is when you first flip over the cube, you might have a line of yellows on the bottom face. The way this is handled is depending on what these two other pieces are doing. So if you have a line like this, you can either have a line here, or you can have two chameleon eyes here. If you have the chameleon eyes, you want to hold the cube like this, so that the line is on your right, and you perform the right soon, okay? But if you're in this situation where you've got the two different lines, you hold the lines so that they're horizontally to you, and you perform the right soon. And upon doing that, upon lifting up the right, spinning it once, bringing it down, bringing it once, lifting it up, spinning it twice, and bringing it down, you will end up in the second layer optimal position once again. The final configuration is this checkerboard configuration where the two yellow pieces are diagonal to each other. In this case, there will only be one configuration in which it is possible that the yellow piece that is not up top is on your bottom left. So this configuration is false, this configuration is false, this configuration is false, but this configuration is correct. Hold the cube so that this yellow piece is on the bottom left side right here and perform the right soon. Lift at the right, spin it once, bring it down, spin it once, lift it up, spin it twice, bring it down. That's going to bring you to the parallel lines, which I've already shown you. You simply hold it so that the line is on your left, and you lift at the right, spin it once, bring down the right, spin it once, lift at the right, spin it twice, and bring it down. Then you end up with this optimal position, in which case you again lift at the right, spin it once, bring down the right, spin it once, lift at the right, spin it twice, and bring it down. Ultimately, you will end up with this yellow face, and if you performed all these algorithms correctly, making sure that you perform the left soon when it's necessary, when your piece is on your right and this yellow eye is on your left, then you'll perform the left soon, but mostly you'll be performing the right soon. So upon doing this, you will end up with a completely finished yellow face, and now you only need to learn one final algorithm. Find the two pieces here that are the exact same color, so none of these will work, but this one will. You won't always have the two same colors, and if you don't, you'll have to perform this algorithm I'm about to show you twice, but in the case that you do, which is the most frequent case, you simply connect these two colors together so that you have this sort of square of the same color, and you hold that square on the back. Okay, and here's how the permutation algorithm works. We turn the cube so that we're looking at the white face, and we do the following. We bring down the right and turn the top, and bring down the right. Then we turn the bottom twice. Then we lift up the right, turn the top, and bring down the right. And we turn the bottom twice. Then what we do is, upon reconnecting these whites together, we will see that the cube is actually complete. Now, I know I went through that really, really quickly, so I'll show you that one more time a little bit slowly, and it's pretty good practice. But again, you hold that these two are connected into a square, you hold those on the back, you turn the cube so that you're looking at the white side, and then you bring down the right, turn the top, bring down the right. Then you spin the bottom twice. Then you lift up the right, turn the top backwards, and bring down the right, spin the bottom twice. And then upon spinning the right side twice to reconnect this white square, you will notice that we're back to where we began. So I'll show you that one final time, and then the cube will be complete. So again, you find the two colors that are the exact same, and you connect them with their appropriate colors to make that square. Hold that square on the back, lift it so that you're looking at the white, and again, bring down the right, turn the top, bring down the right. Spin the bottom twice, like so. Lift up the right, turn the top, bring down the right. Spin the bottom twice. And then upon double spinning it, your cube will be solved. And congratulations, your 2x2 cube is complete. If you would like to move on to solving the 3x3 or the 4x4, feel free to check out my channel. Or if there was something I missed or some situation which you didn't understand, feel free to leave me a comment or video response and I'll respond directly to you. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.